Hi and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to try out doing Inktober with some cheaper materials and see how it goes. I've got some fine liners from Five Below. We've got a 0.4, 0.2, 1.0, and 0.6, and then we've got a Dollar Tree pencil. Let's see how it goes. Today we are drawing Booger for Inktober. I was a little stumped when I first saw this, but then I immediately had an idea to draw Cubchoo from Pokemon. He's pretty cute, but he's got that big booger since he's so cold. If you're doing Inktober, I'd love to know what your idea is. Drop it in a comment down below. Even if you're not doing Inktober and you have an idea of what Booger makes you think of, I'd love to know that too. He's a little cub, and we're gonna make him even a little cuter than he already is for this drawing. He's got kind of a pointy top to his head, which is interesting. And we're gonna keep him black and white today. I'm just going to draw kind of sketchy to start with my pencil. For a lot of Inktober, I don't plan with pencil, but today I chose to try out the cheap pencil, see how it goes, see how it erases. I have the lead straight from Dollar Tree as well. I've heard a lot of people saying they've noticed like a difference in what their Dollar Tree is carrying now that they're $1.25. I really haven't noticed that with mine, and I was actually there today. Have you noticed a difference for yours? I watch a channel called Vivian Tries. I really enjoy her channel, and she said that she noticed one for hers, but she lives in a more populated area, so I wonder if it'll take a little time to get down to us. You might be able to hear my critters crunching on their bones. They've decided to come over and join me. I'm drawing down on my coffee table today, and they're sitting right around me crunching on their bones, being very good boys, but they're being a little loud. So I apologize if you can hear them, or the air humidifier also decided to, of course, kick on a little louder as soon as I started recording. If you'd like to see more pictures of my sweet boys, make sure to follow me on my Instagram. It'll be linked in the description down below. It's also Kern's Customs. I'm gonna give some fine lining, or some like light lining to where some of the dark areas are, so that when I do my marker, my fine liner, I can kind of point those areas out a little bit more. So there's Cubchoo's head. Now we're ready for the rest of his body. His head's about the same size as his body. I heard an interesting, one of my students asked me what I was going to draw for Booger. My middle schoolers are also participating in Inktober for their daily sketchbook. If you'd like a video about how I incorporate Inktober into my assignments at school, or how I get the kiddos involved, let me know down below. I'd love to make a video about that as well. I even have some middle schoolers who have come, or high schoolers who I don't teach anymore, who have come back to me and asked me about it, which was cool to see that they still kind of look forward to doing it and remember doing it with me. But anyway, so I had a middle schooler look ahead and see that Booger was coming up. And even though they don't really participate on the weekend days, they asked me what I was going to do for it, so I let them know, and I knew it was a kiddo that would know what I was talking about when I referenced Pokemon, so that was a nice connection for him as well. I let them know I was drawing Cubchoo, and it was a student that I knew would get the reference as well, so that was a nice little connection for him. I knew he was one of my Nintendo kiddos. So he let me know that the evolution of Cubchoo, the beard that is kind of shown on the evolution, is actually is frozen snot, which was quite gross. But it was an interesting little fact that he learned in one of the guides, so he wanted to share that with me and told me that if I made a video of it, he thought I should share that as well. So there's your fun fact for the day, and there's our Cubchoo drawing as well. So let's start inking this boy. You can see I do have some references of Cubchoo up since he is a existing reference. I do just have a couple references up for him while I'm drawing him up on my iPad. I'm going to use the 0.1 to line him. We'll see how these go. Oh, that seems pretty okay. I'm using a sketchbook and a fine liner from Five Below. I believe they're both $3 in their little art area. Since I'm not using color, I think I'm going to line behind his little snot bubble a little differently to show that it's like translucent and it's behind there. I would also like to know what everybody thinks about doing a pencil plan to start with for Inktober. I've gone back and forth about it. I do quite a lot in just ink, and then the last 2 years I kind of took Jake Parker's idea of using a tool that you're not quite comfortable with and exploring that more, and expanded my Inktober out to Procreate because that was a tool that I had recently started using that I wanted to get better at, and I would just just use the inking brushes but would explore Procreate more. So did all Procreate last year, and I did a mix this year. So what do you guys think about those kinds of things, about like making Inktober kind of work for you, or should you really stick to the rules for it to actually be Inktober? Should you do a pencil line or no? For a lot of my other ink ones, when I do ink, I don't really do a pencil line, but today I wanted to try that pencil out. And it looks like, just because that's what my hand wanted to do, we're going to do some cross hatching for some of our dark areas here. I'm going to switch over to a little bit thinner one for that snot bubble. I've got the 0.6 here. I'm going to switch to my thinnest one, which for this set is the 0.2. Which doesn't look like it's gonna be very nice, but we'll check it out to show these translucent areas behind the snap bubble. I think that was an effective choice. And it might actually be okay that it's not working super duper well. Next, we're gonna see how this marker stays put behind when we erase a little bit. So it's not doing too bad. I had to do some more, a little bit more aggressive erasing than usual in some areas. But other than that, it's not doing too bad. I am cheating and I'm not using the eraser from the pencil because it's minuscule. It's almost gone as it is. And I'm using a Papermate or a Pentel Click eraser. But we will try the eraser from the pencil later if we have a use for it. Or we'll try it over here just to try it out and see how it goes. It is a white eraser, so it probably will work well. It'll probably just go very fast because it is quite small. Alright, I'm going to shade into some areas. Cubchoo has a blue top and a white bottom, so the shading on the white bottom will be a little bit more minimal. I'll probably start there with this 0.4. I didn't notice any movement or lightening much from erasing over top of the marker, so that's quite nice. They didn't have any marking on the packaging. They were just in a clear package with no marking at all, so that's why I didn't really bother to save it to show you. So they didn't say whether they were waterproof or what kind of ink was in them. I assume they're not waterproof, but that would be something you'd always want to test when you're starting to use a tool. This paper is puckering quite a bit, so it would not be able, it didn't have any marking about what poundage it is, but it does feel like quite light. It would not be able to take very much moisture at all. But it's working all right for what we're up to today. Next, for the darker areas that would be up here, the blue areas, I'm going to switch over to the 0.4 and possibly the 0.6. Scout, are you being a needy puppy today? Come here. Come here. Over here, look. Come here. Come here. No, are you being camera shy? You just want to watch? Oh, you shush. Tell everybody how you get quite jealous when I'm drawing, huh? Because my two hands are busy, so I can't give you pets, huh? It's quite rude of me, isn't it? Does anybody else have puppy problems? Gunner, our older dog, just older by a little bit, he's only 2. He will lay and be a nice boy. Scout, on the other hand, wants all the attention. Huh, Scout? He's like, Mom, you're airing my dirty laundry out on the internet. How rude. He finally left me. He didn't like me talking about him. After I fill this area in, I'll do some more shading in the areas that would have shadows to show some of the difference in the areas when we're again. And then we'll do the nose, and we'll probably be done. Actually, we'll do a little bit in these areas too, and then we'll be done for today. Oops. Next we have the nose. I'm gonna bump back up to the 1 for the nose, I think. I'm changing up I'm using the tool so that the other detail that I did still stand out.